Coming to you from the DTC. Our community now presents Permission to Game with Evan McKenna and Aaron Wood. And now your host, Aaron Wood.
What on earth were you just doing?
I don't know. It was just.
What was that?
I was just. Yeah.
That's dad dancing.
I don't know.
Right there, folks.
It's
So,
embarrassing. I'm embarrassing myself.
I'm embarrassed to be here. So no, you know what? I tell you what. I'm not embarrassed to be here. My embarrassment level tolerance is quite high.
You would think that mine was high, but I mean, I get embarrassed easily.
Do
Oh
you?
my gosh, yeah.
Okay.
There's
But
things,
you were just doing that like arm pump.
yeah. There's things that doesn't embarrass me, but like. When
Things
the,
you
when the
say.
kid does random stuff, I'm just like,
Oh.
whoa,
So
whoa,
you're-
quick, we got to put him down.
You're
we gotta put him
embarrassed
down.
by proxy, right?
Probably.
So-
Yeah, I guess that's more it.
Anyway, well, we're not embarrassed to do this. We're not embarrassed to be gamer dads. We're not embarrassed to ask permission to game. So thank you guys for joining us. If you like what we're doing, if you hate what we're doing, be sure to like and follow us. I don't care. Either way, love or hate us, we want you as a follower. Ring the bell, click the follow
Smash that
button.
bell. Smash that bell.
Oh, that's what the kids say.
Right.
Smash
Smash
that
that
bell.
bell.
You know, anytime you ever looking for like tips or something on YouTube and you get like the typical YouTuber, they're like, hey guys, what's up? It's your boy X6942 noob crusher or something. He's like, smash
Right.
that bell, ring that gong, press that like button and drop a comment below. And I'm like, what the hell are you even talking about? Like,
got-
what is your video about?
I thought we had to
But-
be cool like them.
Okay, we're cool. So, hey guys, what's up? It's your boy AA Ron
And
this is
Candy
Evan,
Man.
Candy
Whoop,
Man, what up? So be sure to smash that bell, hit that like button, wow, wow, hit the subscribe.
Boing.
Okay, whatever. So anyway, and a big thank you. Hopefully we didn't lose them, but our sponsor, Colorado Ranch Market, appreciate you guys. They had the grand
This
opening.
might be the last time
on-
they sponsor us.
This will probably be it. I hope. Do you guys even watch? I hope you guys watch. But Colorado Ranch Market, we love you guys. Thanks for being our sponsor, hooking us up. What did we get now? I think we unlocked studio lighting. is
Studio
our
lighting.
latest achievement.
That should be. Oh, we should have an achievement bar that
We
pops
totally
up.
need that.
Josh, we need an achievement
We
bar.
need to RPG this podcast,
Right.
video blog, or whatever. So if you notice, we unlocked camera. We unlocked HD.
So we got a slightly better camera, but it's actually lower
And
quality, but
now-
looks better. It's interesting how that works.
Now we unlocked studio lighting. So we're good. Pretty soon we'll unlock pants so that we don't have to sit behind
Right.
the table. But again, hey, Colorado Ranch Market, we love you guys. So they had the grand opening in Colorado Springs at 3333 North Academy Boulevard. I don't know how long it's going to go on, but during the grand opening, they got a contest to win a year of free produce.
That's a full year.
which is
That's a lot of
cool, year
produce.
free produce.
That's a lot of
That'll
produce.
definitely open up the budget for more games, right?
Right.
Or you can get the big baller status Oculus VR headset as a prize. So you kind of got like an either or prize that you could win from them, right?
Unfortunately, we're not allowed to win it, but you are.
You can. So please enter and enter often and check them out too. Colorado Ranch Market.
And
So-
when you win it, let us try it, and we'll review it, and we'll give it back to you.
Yeah, and here's the thing: we got to support other gamer dads out there. So I mean, you know, just like us, they've got a business to run. They play games, like games, support us or whatever. Just like us, we got day jobs, but we're here to support other gamer dads with our awesome conversation and
Right.
tips and ideas and just whatever. And another big shout out to my other gamer dad, John, and his team at Level 7 Games. They're like my swag sponsor. So I think this is a rerun. I've worn this one already.
You've
haven't
already
I?
worn that one, and that's similar
And you've
to our
literally worn
episode
that.
with the
I
what is
think
it,
we
the-
need more clothes.
The banana shirt.
The banana
We
shirt.
need, we do need to wear more clothes.
Yeah.
I do have a friend of mine who's going to throw us some swag.
Yeah.
So when we get those, we'll
Nice.
throw it on.
We should make like a permission to game shirt or something.
Ooh, that's a good idea. I like that.
Dude, like
idea.
one of my favorite T-shirts is like this, The Last Guardian T-shirt I got from GameStop. Did you ever play Last Guardian? No. It was like the indirect, I guess, spiritual successor. Is that the right word?
Successor.
Successor to what was it? The Colossus.
See, I never played those. Never played them.
Is that what it was called?
Never played them.
Colossus?
I couldn't
don't
tell you.
know. It was on like PS3
Yeah, it could
or whatever. Here's the fun thing. I've never played The Last Guardian, but I saw the shirt at GameStop, and it was like clearance for like $250.
Yeah.
Like $2. And dude, I wear the crap out of this shirt. I'll have to wear it on an episode. Like, it's getting faded. It's like cracking apart. And so it's got some Japanese lettering that says the Trico underneath it. But I actually watched like a YouTube video, like a playthrough of the game. So I feel like I kind of played it, even though I haven't, right?
I got a cool idea.
What's your idea?
What if for our permission to game shirts, we had one of our followers design us one?
Oh, that would be awesome.
Like, that'd be pretty sweet. Have it made.
I'm totally open. Actually, I'll do this. I'll put this out there. So on our last episode, we're giving away Evan's banana shirt. If that episode got 100 likes or
I like
something,
that
I
one.
don't know. We'll figure
100
something
likes,
out.
yes. More than
How
views, we need
about
those likes.
this? If you like what we're doing and want to see us wear your stuff,
And
design
pants.
us a shirt.
We need pants, too.
Are there pant designers out there? If you like, design us something. We'll wear it on one of
Yeah.
our episodes. And we've been doing other things too. We've been streaming gameplay and stuff like that. We'll give you a shout out. We'll wear the swag that you give us or whatever. So
Yeah, and send us a link. We can send other people to go
so
buy
I don't
that
know if
too.
you're like
So,
an
yeah.
aspiring designer or something, or t-shirt maker. Is there a t-shirt cobbler? Or
Ooh, that's a good one.
what is the
T-shirt
pro-
cobbler.
What is the official professional name for a t-shirt maker?
I'm sure there's an app for that.
Okay.
And there's probably a certificate you can get.
So Evan, what are we going to talk about on today's episode?
I don't know. That's a good one. But I think what's important is why are we even doing this in the first place?
Yeah.
Like, what does it mean to be
Well, you know what?
a gamer dad?
I think that's what we should talk about in this episode.
Right.
What does it mean to be a gamer dad? So we
to ourselves, to our wives, to our kids. Like, what does that mean?
We titled this "Permission to Game."
Right.
And the reason being, I don't know how we came up with this. We were like in this room with our producer Josh Hammerling. Sometimes I can't talk, but it's okay.
Welcome to the club.
And
See,
we're
I
like-
just blurred that one together.
yeah. Oh my gosh. So many times, like I'll say something wrong, and my kids call me on it, and they're like,
Oh, and they watch the video like, Dad, you did that wrong. And it's like,
They're like, oh, my son said to me, he was like, I want to watch your shows, but I'm not allowed to watch YouTube.
so you're trying to sneak it in so
I
you get
kept him
permission
from
to watch
YouTube
YouTube.
because that's like one thing I'm just not a big fan of is like, I don't know. There's garbage on YouTube,
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
And
Like
I
our show.
Like
I
our
mean,
show.
this
I mean,
is garbage.
this is garbage. But I don't want my kids watching crap like this. But no, so they had like YouTube Kids and stuff, and I tried that out for a minute.
It's a little
and
too childish.
no, here's the thing, man. They're interjecting like stuff for your kids that they shouldn't be watching. I guarantee it, dude.
Interjecting things, or are they trying to push social views?
I
and
think
other
they're
things that you're
brainwashing
not-
our children.
You know,
Okay.
they're not ready for our kids to be.
No, I think there's some content that is like as the kids keep watching YouTube Kids, I don't think there's enough strict like tolerance or whatever, oversight, whatever the word might be.
Oversight.
Right? Where they're actually making sure that all the content is kid friendly. Like there's things in there that I was watching like, what is this? So I'm like, okay, none of that. Whenever I see something too weird, like when it rings on my weirdness factor, I put.
If it's
I pump
weird
the
for you,
brakes on.
it's
dude,
definitely
Dude,
weird.
if it's weird for me,
It takes a lot to be weird for you.
If it makes me feel uncomfortable, like I'm like, okay, kids, done. And then we pull the phone away or the tablet, cancel that, delete that app or whatever. So right now, my
definitely
kids
had
are
those.
not allowed YouTube.
Where I hear something in the back of the car and I'm like, what are you watching?
Yeah, right. I'll hear something, and there was some show where a guy was like talking over toys and like playing out scenes with toys, and I was like, man, where is this going? This is getting kind of weird. So yeah, dude, that's YouTube Kids. That's literally where it goes. But anyway, so while Evan takes another chug of his Amp Energy drink.
Hey. There's nothing wrong with
Why are
Amp
we
Energy.
doing this? So like permission to game. It's not gamer fuel, is it? I mean, is that what?
No, I mean,
Is that what
Mountain
the
Dew
thing
does
is?
have their like game fuel thing, but Amp's just like that throwback. It's
Yeah.
the next best thing to Surge.
I
couldn't
haven't
find
liked-
Surge this morning to put on
Is
the table.
Amp like
so
a Mountain
Amp it
Dew
is.
product?
Yeah, it is. It's pretty bad, actually.
See, when they
I
stopped
shouldn't
putting
be
hamster
drinking
pee
that.
in Mountain Dew, it just lost.
That's what
me.
it looks like.
It tasted so much better when it was hamster pee.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, it's like neon yellow, and I know when you go to
You
the
like-
bathroom, it's neon yellow.
back in the day, Spokane guys. Back in my day, we used to drink 2 liters of Mountain Dew.
Ooh, so I was
I don't
that
know.
poor
Is that-
kid
is
who
that
didn't
even
actually
funny?
have the money to buy
Did you have
Mountain
the
Dew.
Big K?
We bought the Big K
Faygo?
Citrus Drop 3
Citrus
liter.
Drop.
Remember the 3 liter bottles?
Yes.
Those
Yeah.
were sweet.
Dude, you could get a 3 liter. It was like 99 cents.
Yes, that's why we did it. And I had game nights with my buddy, and we'd stay up all night, jacked up on Citrus
Oh
Drop.
my gosh.
And
you
then
know, they had this one, and I saw it recently. So they had Citrus Drop, they had Dr. Thunder. Do you
Dr.
remember
Thunder,
Dr.
yep.
Thunder? But then their Coca-Cola is literally just called Cola.
Cola.
And I'm looking at this, I'm like,
Marketing.
you couldn't even come up with like a creative like Coca-Cola alternate name?
Nope.
Alternate
apparently
naming
not.
convention or whatever. Citrus Drop, Dr. Thunder, I don't know.
There's
what
like
else.
Mr. Skipper or something like that. That was like the Safeway brand. I don't
Mr.
know.
Skipper. And then there's Cola. Just for the uninitiated.
And Diet.
Cola. And they come in Diet Cola. Diet Citrus Drop. That sounded cool. I like that. But anyway.
Not as velvety though as our producer.
No, it's
No.
not. Mine's a little harsh and rough. I don't know. Whatever. I love reminiscing about those times because I have a lot of good memories tied up with like video games and hanging out with friends. And I recently, and check this out, we got a permission to game group on Facebook now.
We'll tag it below.
To kind of continue the conversation. But, you know, some people I get in conversations with, you know, we're talking about pausing online games. This was a great conversation that came up online. I think it was...
This
was
definitely
owned
falls in that
on his
permission to
Facebook.
game section.
The permission to game. You know, when you're a kid, your mom's like, pause the game. We got to go to the grocery store.
I can't do
you know?
that, Mom.
And the funny thing is, as adults, as grown men now, we still need that permission to game because, like, you know, it's bedtime. We got to get the kids to bed. We got to brush teeth, or we got to go to church, or we got to go to the store, or whatever. Pause the game. Can you shut up? It's like, it's an online game, and I just lobbied up, and the match is just starting. What are we gonna do? You know, and it's like you can't do that. But
Well, so here's how I do it these days. So I you know, the wife will ask me to do something. I'm in the middle of a match on Battlefield 5, and I'm like, shoot. What am I going to do? I can't log out. I'm not leaving this match. I'm already 5th on the leaderboard.
I never want to be that AFK player,
Right,
either,
who
who's
just freezes in the middle of the
standing
gameplay.
there.
So I have to position it one of two ways. I either have to purposely kill myself and just sit in the kind of that interim, you know, that kind of like middle space.
It's like the spawn lobby or whatever.
Yeah,
it's like
spawn
you can
lobby. There you
respawn
go.
or you can just sit there.
I either do that, kill myself, and put myself in the spawn lobby, or I go find a rock to hide behind or whatever,
Oh my
and just
gosh.
lay down in the brush and stay hidden.
So you're
for
literally
like 5-10
committing
minutes.
game suicide so that you can attend to your fatherly and husbandly
One
duties.
death is worth it to not have, you know.
See, I'll play Rainbow Six Siege, and that's one. I mean,
Oh,
when,
that's
when you
fast
die, you gotta.
gameplay.
It's pretty quick, but when you die, you gotta wait until the next round starts. But my goodness, if you're AFK, first off, you're probably getting team killed,
Your team hates you
and
for
then
it.
you're getting. They got the vote kick started where they're wanting to boot you from the match anyway. So it's like you really have to plan your gaming around like your duties.
True.
I said duties, but you have to
Duty.
plan your gaming around your duties. Like if you got something going on, it's like I have to think like, okay, if I get into a match, realistically, a Rainbow Six match I think is about 15 minutes for casual. If you get into ranked, oh my gosh, I mean these things can last a half hour. If you're just going back and forth and it's just match point after match point in overtime. I mean, a match can keep going.
Oh, trust me.
I tried-
Those Battlefield Conquest
Oh my
maps,
gosh.
they each area, each sector has a 50-minute time frame
I
to
was
capture it.
daring enough to try Rainbow Six's ESL like amateur league, and it was Sundays at like 11 o'clock. And it's like 11 o'clock a.m.
Yeah.
And this is my thing. So I'm like, I don't know what you would call it, like a creepy troll that comes out at night. Like I cannot play during the day. You know, I've talked with other friends. I actually did a podcast with one before. He was like, one of my questions was, when do you guys game? Like what time of day works best for you? And he was like, actually really early morning. And I was like,
See, I can't do
how?
it in the morning.
I'm not ready for that. To me, gaming has always been
Well,
like
nobody
the
else
wind
is on.
down, like the evening. The only people on are like hackers in China.
Yep.
At 6 a.m. You know, but like I've always treated gaming as like my evening wind.
Or you get
down,
those little
so-
kids who Saturday morning, mom and dad are still sleeping, and they're
Oh, yeah.
meow, 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 yelling at you over the
my gosh.
microphone.
I was in a lobby.
And they call you a boomer, and you're like, I wasn't even born in that generation.
Oh, dude, I had a kid. I got in an Xbox party, and actually, I had like a little bit of a cold. I think this was like 6 months ago. Remember, like I lost my voice or something for like
That was
a week.
hilarious. It was nice in the office for once.
It was quiet, right? But I get on this party, and I believe it was probably Rainbow Six or something. And he's like, "Man, Mister, you sound like a pedophile." I'm like,
Wow.
what?
Wow.
And it's like literally some of the off comments
Wow.
and things that you hear when you play games. I had a stream last night, and I don't know if my party chat came through the stream. I think I missed the setting where it like includes the party chat. So I think you just heard me, but I had 2 different parties. One was with, I need to come up with like a persona, like a name for these types of kids, because you got the group of kids who I would imagine are like 17. They're like doing bong rips and vaping during the entire match, and then they're like trying to say things. It's like the shock and awe. Like they want to see like, can I shock you with what I'm gonna say? And for me, I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm a veteran here, bro. Dude, I've been around.
Let's play this game.
Let's play the game. You know, I'm here to get my gameplay on. I don't want to talk about, you know, whatever you're doing in the background. And those to me are like, those are the garbage kids.
Or the kid.
Those are the garbage pail kids.
Are they the ones that have the full-on conversation about nothing?
Oh,
while
absolutely.
While you're
it's
playing?
literally like they can't stop talking. And I'm just like,
Talking
son,
about the bag of Cheetos they
be
just
quiet.
opened.
So that's like the group, you know, if you're lobbying up in an online game, if you're on Xbox or PlayStation, whatever, steer clear of those, man. Get away from them. This is the other thing too. Find a group of people. So I look at this either other gamer dads to game with, which can be difficult because I don't think we've ever even played together.
Because you always try to.
We
and
will
I'm
be
like,
online
I
at the
can't.
same time, and like the minute I send you a party invite, I get the text, "Oh man, I gotta go to bed" or something. I'm like, I get it though.
That legit was that night, though.
I understand the pain because it's like when
I
you're,
just don't want you to see how bad I really am.
I'm terrible too. I
That's
mean, I
the
never
biggest
said I was good. I'm either really good or really bad. It's
Well, it depends on the game you're playing.
one spectrum.
We're talking
Dude, it's the
Rainbow
same
Six
game.
Siege. You're
In the same
You're
game,
ranked.
I'm either really good or really bad. Right.
Yeah.
I'm actually really good. 1v1. No, don't 1v1 me because that's not how you play that game. But anyway, so there's the garbage pail kids.
That's not how you
Steer clear of those. But with us, like being gamer dads and stuff, you got to find either other gamer dads to game with or I say the game friendly dad or the game friendly crowd, the gamer dad friendly. What am I trying to say?
I have no clue.
Stick with me here. It's coming
Wow.
out. Ready? The gamer dad friendly crowd. Because I've got a group of friends. It's like they're not gamer dads, but they understand that I'm a gamer dad and I've got like kids and responsibilities. Like some of these guys have gamed with me since my kids were like, crapping their diapers and stuff. To where it's like I'd have to run upstairs and like change a diaper.
Done that in
gotta
the
do
middle of the
bottles
game.
and stuff before bed. Kid starts crying out of nowhere and it's like, oh, hang on, guys, I'm gonna jump out of the lobby. Pick me back up in a minute. I gotta go change a diaper or do a bottle. So there's also that group too, right?
And they understand.
And it's like they understand missed times or whatever. Like we're always like, hey, you gonna be on tonight? Yeah, I'm gonna be on. And then 9 o'clock comes around, and true story, 9 o'clock comes around last night. We got some wine going. My wife and I were just hanging out. Kids are in bed. It's a nice evening. And then I'm like, hey, do you want to watch some Netflix for a bit? Dude, we pioneered Netflix and chill, so hang on. And then
That's another topic.
I was gonna watch like some reruns of The Office, and then once I load up Netflix, it's like season 5 of Fuller House just dropped.
No.
Dude.
No.
But this is the other part to permission to game. It's like, man, you gotta balance your duties, right?
Yep.
You gotta balance work, you gotta balance your gameplay, and you gotta balance your wifey. I feel like I got a good balance of that. Sometimes I don't.
I love it when she's
And-
like, I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed. I'm like, sweet. I'm getting to play games tonight.
But sometimes it's like you got to be like, you're tired and going to bed. Maybe I should be tired and going to bed too.
But it's so difficult.
Or then it's like, okay, we were going to lobby up and play together at like 9, but then it's like, okay, that was a really good episode of Fuller House. Maybe we should watch the next one. And then pretty soon another
You're
glass
6
of
episodes
wine,
in.
and then we're binging in
And then you're
2,
like, I'm gonna
3
play my game.
episodes. Well, and then it's like, okay, well now let's wind down with a little bit of Office. And before I know it, it's like 11 o'clock. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like tired.
You got like an hour left of gameplay.
But then she was like, I'm going to go get ready for bed. I'm like, okay, so I get on Discord. Do you know what Discord is?
I know what it is, yes.
Okay, so
I don't use it.
Discord's like gamer chat, right?
Don't
so,
use it.
So this is what gamers use to. My wife just texted me. Do you need deodorant? I do. I'm sorry, dude. Hopefully, I'm
That's
not
where
like-
we are in the middle of
Dude,
these
literally, I
episodes.
was like, man, I'm pitting out here. Hopefully, we're good. But thank you, honey, for asking if I need deodorant. Yes, I do.
The gas
need
station's probably
deodorant.
closer than
Yeah,
having
this
her
is a
drive
great
all the
thing,
way
but
here.
this is the balancing all of this and that, and for you young gamers out there, the neckbeards living in the basement.
Yep.
Deodorant's a great thing. I mean, I've seen kids kicked out of like competitive gaming matches because of hygiene.
Really?
That's a thing now on like the competitive gaming
kind of a good
scenes.
thing, actually.
Dude, they're actually putting in their rules like hygiene is a criteria you have to meet.
When you show
otherwise
up
you're
to these
booted
events.
from the game. I mean, Joshua Hammerling, be sure you make note of that. Hygiene. Our producer, we love you, man. He does a great job. Like makes us sound. Dude, shut the door. Shut the door, Mom. I'm vacuuming. But what were we talking about? That permission to game. So I mean, yeah, balancing that out. So 11 o'clock. My wife was gonna go get ready for bed. She's like, I gotta take my makeup off and stuff like that. You can play games or whatever if you want. I'm like, okay, sweet. It's like 11:01.
You can never understand, like, do you want me to play games, or are you saying something else?
I take
Can't
things
figure
at
it out.
surface level now. And
You
I
tell me
think
what
my
you
wife-
want, and then I'll do that. Otherwise, I'm playing
So
video
what my
games.
wife appreciates is that I don't read into what she says. I take what she says as face value. So when she's like, you can play games if you want. Okay, if I want to play games, I'll play games. So perfect, here we go. And so I get on Discord and I'm like, yo, Dead Man, you want to lobby up? I got some time. He's like, no, I'm going to bed. And this other guy was like, I got to get up at 4 a.m. I'm like, crap. So I got friends in different time zones too, so we have to always work on that. I've got some an hour ahead. I've got others an hour behind. And it's like, nobody's on. So now I'm like, okay. I played a couple solo lonely matches. I'm like, all right, I'm tired.
After poning everyone,
dude,
you're like,
I'm
I'm done.
I'm
We're
like
good.
done at that time. But it's sort of that thing. It's like, why are we doing this? Why are we here?
Because it's
Evan?
fun. I mean, the whole point is like, how do you adapt it? Because games are no longer kid things. Games are not toys anymore.
Well,
I remember growing up, and our parents would always tell us, "You can't make a living doing video games."
Well, there's kids like
look what we're
raking
doing
in
now. Well,
seven
not
figures
really making a
playing
living
video
off of it,
games.
but
Well, I'm not trying to make a living off of video games, but I look at it this way.
it's part of life now.
It's part of life. Video games were part of our childhood, but video games have grown and adapted to us as we've grown up, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I think we've grown up a little bit in any way.
Well, that's a good question for our wives, but
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, I've seen things like car manufacturers like Honda sponsor competitive gaming teams.
I'm surprised
A couple of our colleges here have gaming teams, right? Red Bull, dude. I remember when Red Bull first came out, I didn't
Monster
realize
Energy, all that stuff.
what an energy drink was at the time.
Yeah.
I think this was, well, here we go. Back in my day, circa 2001. Summer, was it 2001 or 2002? It was circa 2001, summertime. Red Bull showed up. I worked at a sporting goods store, and Red Bull was like a new thing on the scene. And they had those little, 6 or 8 ounce cans,
Yep.
right? I'm like,
8 ounce, that was
this
like a
is-
lot.
This is tasty, but that was a small can. Let me have another. And I had like 6 of these things, and I did not sleep that night. It was
dangerous.
very interesting.
That's dangerous.
But now companies like that have grown to where they sponsor video games and all things like that. But either way, I look at it this way. It's like as we're growing up,
or you get like music stars too. My son loves
who?
DJ Marshmallow all because of Fortnite.
he's like a Fortnite. No, dude, I hate Fortnite.
We'll have a
Sorry.
rant on that another time.
We'll have a Fortnite rant on an episode. But that's the thing. Like they love that stuff, like the music and the scene and everything involved with it. And I think the important thing too, as a parent, you kind of need to understand what's out there that your kids are getting into, right?
See, now I wish some of those sponsorships and some of those like ways that these companies are getting into these things become more relevant within the product you can buy. Like that would be sweet. And like I'm not a huge Red Bull fan.
So
Obviously, I'm
like
drinking my
Monster
Amp.
used to do
But
Battlefield.
like, I want specialized switches and stuff that are
Like a Monster
yeah, like
or
that are
Red Bull
just like
Switch?
limited editions.
Oh.
Don't get me wrong, like the
See,
Zelda
I
edition's
would
cool,
get those
but
like they had Rockstar or Monster. They would always have like codes to download some garbage. In the
Mountain Dew
game.
still does
Like
that. You
skins
pop
or
the
whatever.
top and you can get
Off
more
the top.
points or double point
Taco
weekends.
Bell. Oh my gosh, dude! Taco Bell.
That
with
is
their,
a
like,
great sponsorship
giveaways.
tool. Like
They-
I really want a Taco Bell Xbox
when
One.
I first heard of Overwatch, it was Taco Bell. Because
Right.
I rolled up to Taco Bell and I'm like, whoa, what is Overwatch?
remember the
What are
N64
you
at
doing?
Top Bell with
Yes.
the pog caps that
Yes.
came in the
oh
top.
my gosh, pog caps.
And so you rip off the top and have the pog cap.
Bring
in
me
it.
my backpack. Can you bring me my backpack? You guys need, dude. Literally,
You have pogs in your backpack.
Pogs in my backpack. So,
Wow. I don't know
I'm
if
like
I should
tethered
be
here and
amazed
stuff.
or just
Here we go.
amused.
My backpack.
Wow.
Thank you, Josh. So dig this. The fact that you said
I think we're
pogs.
done.
Here's my cool sunglasses. Dude, like I have
Pogs,
freaking
holy
pogs,
smokes.
man. Like, do you remember these things?
Oh yeah, I had like 4 or 5 tubes full.
Do you remember the slammer? Like you would.
And then you would
Get
like,
the
who
slammer?
had the best slammer? Oh my
Dude,
gosh.
I've got a Power Rangers pog.
you got dual ones?
Look at
Oh, I
that.
love these.
Megazord. I actually got all of these at VinCon this
Wow.
year, which is the vintage video game convention in Longmont. I think. Or something
Pogs
like
were
that.
very
But I'm
short-lived.
like, dude, Pogs?
Yeah.
Dude, I love Pogs. I had a Pog maker when I was a
Nice.
kid.
I remember those.
And
You could buy that set.
Dude, this is so weird. Like, I don't know. I'm weird, I guess. I had a Pog maker, and at the time, the O.J. Simpson trial was like the big news.
So they were OJ
I
Pogs.
made
A glove.
OJ Pogs. Like, I went and I took newspaper clippings and stuff, and I put them in my Pog maker. And there was the judge, I think it was Judge Ito or something.
Yeah.
He was the slammer. So I used him as a slammer for the Pogs.
Boom.
And I took in, like, I'm going to slam her down there. And who was the attorney for OJ?
Why am I drawing a blank?
He was like, if the
it was
gloves don't fit, you must
Kardashian
quit.
dude.
You remember that guy?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But I had those Pogs. But it's crazy that you mentioned Pogs. And I
That is
actually
hilarious.
had Pogs.
But don't
in
you
my
remember the
backpack,
N64
so-
and when they were pushing the 64
do.
back in the
Yeah.
day through Taco Bell? I bought all that stuff.
gosh,
I had the
I loved
toys because I thought I could win as a kid.
And I think because of
that
this
N64.
gamer tie-in and culture is probably why I've drank way too much Mountain Dew in my life. I still eat Doritos and still patronize Taco Bell.
There you go.
And
Well,
look at me now,
Taco
kids.
Bell's healthier than McDonald's.
Dude, Taco Bell. Okay, fun fact. I love fun facts. I'm filled with a bunch of, I don't say useless information because there is a use at some point in time. Taco Bell has the only, or one of the only fast food vegetarian menus in the United States. Like actually certified vegetarian menus.
Weird.
You
never think that.
I don't eat any of that crap. I eat the grilled XXL stuffed burrito or a crunch wrap or
The beefy 5-layer.
beefy 5-layer.
Yeah, with the cheese
dude.
roll-up.
A quesarito.
Ooh, those are used
And then
to be
the
good.
OG favorite, the double-decker taco.
No. Crunch Wrap Supreme.
Crunch Wrap Supreme.
Or the Cheesy Gordita Crunch.
Oh my gosh.
Cheesy
yes.
gordita
You like a Mexican pizza? My wife likes a Mexi Melt. And actually, when my wife and I first met, she had me get her some Taco Bell, and she said Mexi Melt, and I was like, okay, sure. And in my mind, I'm thinking, I don't know if that exists. What's a Mexi Melt?
Well, it's
And I went to Taco Bell.
apparently
And
it is.
sure enough, they had a Mexi Melt, and I was like, wow, she knows her stuff.
Yep.
I had no idea. That was literally
will-
the first time I ordered a Mexi Melt.
I got those phone calls all the time. Can you pick up Taco Bell? on
Give
the
me a
way
Mexi
home?
Melt.
I'm like, yes, Taco Bell it is.
The funny thing is, when your wife's pregnant and she gets those hankerings like for a Mexi Melt or like a Rally's double cheeseburger,
At like 2
you're
in the
grabbing one
morning.
for yourself too. The only problem is you're not growing a life form for 9 months that you're then going to have evacuate from your body, and then all these calories get burned afterwards. And so I'm still hanging on to all those double cheeseburgers, Mexi Melts, and Rally's fries. Do you know
Rally fries. I've heard of them.
Yeah.
I need to get some.
Rally fries, not from the Freezer Gang, but actually from a Rally's or Checkers, I think is the other name for those restaurants.
Checkers.
But my
Wow.
gosh. I really appreciate our audience, these viewers, whoever you
Yeah,
are, that's actually watching this stuff.
I'm sorry for you have to watch
This
this.
was like this was like
is
Rant Central,
crazy.
but I really felt like we need to kind of dig into.
We still didn't really dig into
I don't know if
what
we
it
even
is.
answered
We
the
just
question,
talked the whole time.
But we just talked, but I think that's the whole thing. It's like we're just a couple of dads, gamer dads, having fun, sharing our love for gaming with you. I feel like we're in the zoo right now.
We are in
Like,
the zoo. People are watching us.
we got
through
people
the-
watching us and things like that, but it's fun. It's exciting. But really, that's too. Share your stories with us. We've created a Permission to Game group on Facebook. We also
down
have
in
a
the
Facebook
description below.
page. We'll have our YouTube, and you can find us also on ourcommunitynow.com. But share with us. Join our Permission to Gab.
Gab? That's basically what today
Whatever
is.
the heck it is we're doing. Permission to Dad. Gamer page, gamer dad page, whatever you want to call it on Facebook. We'll kind of continue the conversation there
Yep.
and create this community of
And it's going to be terrible,
gamer dads.
but you're going to love it.
It'll be awful. And what did I call it earlier? Gamer dad friendly.
So, I
We
don't
have
know.
a gamer dad friendly environment too, to where you can be a gamer dad.
No judgment.
And you don't have to be ashamed about talking about video games at work, because look at us now, Mom.
We are at work.
At work talking about video games. So there, take your pogs and slam them. Does that make sense? I'm sorry. So what do we want to do next?
So
You
we
let
have
us
a lot
know.
coming up.
We have a lot coming up. We've
but
got more reviews. We've got more gameplay.
More gameplay.
I'm going to be doing a preview of Project xCloud, Microsoft's game streaming service. It's going to be dope.
And I'm going to
gonna be
download a
awesome.
bunch of free stuff off the Nintendo eShop and just play them and see
And
how
review
terrible
those.
they are.
And be sure to leave us comments too. What do you want to see us cover? What do you want to see us talk about or rant about? And heck, we should have guests on our show too.
Yeah, we totally should.
So
One of you guys.
One of you guys could be a guest on our show. You got something cool to talk about? We could even live stream you in or something. We could
Smash
lobby
that
be up
like
with
button.
you. Hit the like
Hit the
button.
bell.
Hit the subscribe. Leave comments. Do whatever it is you do online.
Our community
Drop a meme. Do
now.com.
it.
Check us out. We'll see you later.
Peace out.
Permission to Game has been brought to you by Our Community Now. For the latest and things to do in your area and news that feels good, go to ourcommunitynow.com.